Okay, so I'm having issues, well not necessarily issues, everything's working fine. It's just the phone I'm using as a top-down camera, but effectively its battery's basically screwed, absolutely munted, and then it basically... Stop making weird noises, please stop. Can we just turn off? I have no idea. I'll figure it out. Yeah, so basically, effectively was completely dead. Now it's on 5%, and so hopefully 5% is enough. Here we go. Deactivate. Should stop working soon. I hate how it fucking defaults to Wi-Fi. This is terrible. It's supposed to not do that because it wasn't used when I first was testing it out. Now I have to also have to go. Oh, I think it's because not that, this one. And now for file transfers. Then go back to this. Refresh device list. Oh, how are you doing, Crow? I'm just... There we go. Activate, activate, activate. Hopefully it's still... Please work. I think it's being a potato. Bear with me. Worst case scenario, I'll connect my actual current phone to it. The issue is I can't really hold it anywhere, as it's in a really weird case where it won't actually fit in. But I do have a big square. It's a big black square. Technically, it's a rectangle, or if you want to upset maths teachers, it's an oblong. Right, so it's not working. So it should be working, right? When I was originally testing it, it basically absolutely ran out of. At the same time, I could try if I use Wi-Fi. I don't know how this is gonna work. Let's try this. Doop. Oh no. It's working so easily before. Nothing's happening. I think we'll go back to no Wi-Fi, please. I had it working like 5 minutes ago. We get out of this. Just close it. Oh, that's a lot of things open. Why is there so many windows open? That's probably why it's running on batteries as well. Oh god. I don't know why it's not working. This is so annoying. Like, we've got lots of time. We've got lots of time. Holy shit. We just disconnect it. Oh, okay. This, I think, oh. I think that's probably it. There we go. I had to plug it back in to get it to pop up with essentially to approve the USB debugging with this computer. So it should be working now, I think. I hope. I need to press activate, that would also help. There we go. We have... It's okay, we got this. Pro, we have this. We figured it out. We made it. And just hopefully we don't run out of batteries. Because that's going to be the main issue. It's on 5%. Hopefully it stays around 5%. Okay, so you've got 3 boxes to open, but before I open that, I have been doing some stuff. I bought some textured plastic card, which I'm going to use. That's not reflective right now, it's not actually safe. It's mostly not, I think I find. I'm going to use to make some sort of city tile, because I bought some MDF like 15, but roughly just under 6x6 inch squares, and it's going to make a bunch of like sort of terrain tiles, check what buildings on and stuff, which I might do a video for. And then something called Armies on Parade is happening, which is like something Game Director does where you essentially show off some stuff. And that's like this month, so I decided to do some stuff on that. I had been working on some Embers, Children, Dust, little tiny. Can't really see it on, so I get one with more, not very more noticeable. It's almost too much. Yeah, you can see us a bit better. Stuff which I have also been meaning to make a video, like a painting video for these, but then I've been really slack and actually have to finish painting them. So I've got some stuff done there. Start undercoating some Iron Warriors tanks. And I did Aero Dreadnought. I've also like batteries, WG batteries. We're still on 5%, we're okay guys. Then I'm also doing some assault marines, which are just you can't really see them. But most of them are, some of them have like points connected to the top of spruce, so they're currently on a popsicle stick. And I got some Terminators, Iron Warriors there. So that basics for hobby stuff I'm doing. Let's grab these. Yeah, just got them on here. Or should I use glue, not blue tack, or slightly better? Then, yeah, it is. That is in fact the very first Divine set. As it has stuff in it that I need, and I haven't opened any yet. So I thought I would always do it. Ended up paying $120 New Zealand box, which actually isn't bad. Like usually, like with the current exchange rate, I think boxes from America are like $120 New Zealand, so it's actually pretty good considering. And that's also slightly discounted. I think normally the 330 or 130, which is also pretty cheap. But usually I think when exchange rate's better, it's actually not bad. I mean, also when I get a chance to prime stuff, I've got a Thunderhawk, blue tacked to a paint stirrer, and some other stuff as well. It's basically stuff I might use with Amazon Pride. Some bikes, a Leviathan, some tarantulas, then a bunch of rapiers, and then some punks, 2 predators and another Spartan. I probably won't use the other Spartan. It's there to fill up space, because it fits in perfectly. I think that's all the hobby stuff I've done. Yeah, there's one triple rare in this set that I actually need. It's basically because they made a cycle of fairly decent cards, and there's 6 of them, which are all Thunder Chicken. Yes, that is in fact a Thunder Chicken. Robot Thunder Chicken. And yeah, so there's basically 6 triple rares in the set are actually fairly useful in lots of decks. So hopefully we get at least 1 copy. And then there's also a card I need from a festival booster. Yeah, I think I can zoom in. Let's zoom in on this. If I press this, it's not. It's a software zoom, but oh, I can zoom in. I can zoom in. That should look pretty good. I'll take that. There we go. So we have in the set there is basically there is 18 triple rares. Because this also has lyrical and it also has 6 nations instead of just 5. It has 8 double over triggers, which I think it's each nation gets 1 just normal one, and it's the 2 special ones they printed in like a festival collection like a couple years back. And you have 24 double rares, 24 rares, and 72 commons. Then there are a bunch of parallels, so you have a DSR, a bunch of secrets, and then there's double frame rares, which is, I think there's 1 for but each of the triple rares basically. Then the frame rares are all the normal rares. So there's basically no parallels, no foils for the commons, unfortunately, which is sad. Because I used to do that in some sets, and it was actually nice because you could have foiled ride lines and stuff. But yeah, and then there's something called a silver rare, which is a special, slightly fancy foiling of either the doubles or the triples. And then there are extra stuff, which I think it's a crossover thing with like some sort of idol anime or something, with a bunch of just rares, commons, and specials. I don't know what the specials are. But yeah, so what I know from what's in these boxes, the Japanese boxes have 5 triple rares a box, and at least 1 silver rare. Which, so in a way you have like, which is probably the silver rare, it's like a 40-ish, so I could probably work it out. Let's calculate this. Actually do maths on string with a calculator. So if we go, so that is 18, it's 42, 18 divided by 42, a 42.8% chance. I think it's, yeah, usually there's only 1 DSR in sets, or maybe 2. It's also because they introduced secret rares around, I think it was BT 10 or 11. Yeah, BT 10, and which I actually don't really like secret rares, and that set they also got rid of the DSRs, which was a travesty. Then the next set they brought them back. When I was BT 11, we got rid of DSRs. So I think we went from having 2 DSRs in a set to having some secrets and 1 DSR. I think that's how we're doing it. Yeah, so it's basically the Japanese boosters have 5.4 triple rares per box, but because this is the crossover stuff, I'm hoping there's an extra triple rare, which is one of the extra triple rares. Give me a second. I am actually just going to quickly figure out what the extra stuff is. It's not something I have any idea about, but I think, is it Bang Dream? I think it is. It's DZ. Oh my god, fuck off. DZ BTO 1. Let's figure out what's in this. Exclusive. Oh, Bang Dream. Okay, so the crossover stuff's Bang Dream. Okay. As for other sets, I think the second, we technically are on the third set right now, which only has reprint triggers that I need, and then I think the second set, a friend gave me all the stuff I need from it, was just the Koka stuff. But yeah, I guess we'll open this up. Oh god, we need to unzoom in now. Let's unzoom in. Where's the zoom button? Oh, it's here. Here, I've unzoomed in. That you in here. Okay, so we have an advertisement for the app you can run tournaments on for Bushy Road. Okay, that's nice. And then there's advertisement for the anime. A Bang Dream. I need to know where my thing. A Bang Dream phone game, which is that one that got cancelled? I think this one got cancelled, right? I think this one got cancelled. Like a month after it came into English or something stupid like that. There's no promos in this, unfortunately. Because sometimes they put a bunch of promo. Usually it's a mixture of sometimes reprint promos for things that are really needed, or they could be like in Japan they'll have like promos in magazines and stuff. So sometimes they'll put in. This isn't the first time I've tried my hands on Streamcrow. Okay, there we go. So the Bang Dream thing is also, when you think about it, I got distracted. So sometimes they reprint, like, they give us the promos that you get from magazines and stuff like that as box hoppers. Because they're able to make a free-to-play mobile game that has microtransactions to make money, right? So they can make this. If they can't do this for Vanguard. Why? I don't know. Okay. And put the bot packs over here. Okay. Go. Yeah. Because I have a funny feeling the packs are weird. Oh no, I think just the Japanese packs are weird. Wait. This thing is... Can you see that? There's 4 rares in it. I'm kind of confused. Which means there's 3 commons. So I guess I think there's 2 rare slots. There's probably a... I don't even know how this is going to work. But yes, we've got... Also, the other cards I'm looking for from this set is there's effectively the rules that are rip to the... Yes, I guess I'll keep one around at least. It's probably easier to just run one than all of them. Especially if they can theoretically drive all their idol lovers to that one game. But yeah, the recent... They're not trial decks, they're more start up decks. So essentially something you just get to learn the game. And the kind of sleeves for English ones, and kind of shitty deck box, but still a deck box. And they effectively, the only card with text, like rules text in those style decks, are the grade 3. So this set also has all the other cards from those decks with rules text on them, as well as some support. So I've got the lyrical one. I wouldn't mind sort of getting all the cards for that, if possible. I think this is the grade 2. And this is the grade Raw Pride Line grade 2. Which is just... And then we have a... I think that's from a brand game one. That is... an interesting card. I guess that might be another cycle. Oh, and then we've got a Bang Dream triple rare. Okay, so that is the Bang Dream triple rare. Then we have a silver rare. Okay, so that makes sense. So the Bang Dream are a separate slot, and then we have the silver rare straight away. Is that a... I don't know if that's a... what rarity that is. I should probably check. So that's pretty good so far. So the first pack has 2 of the good cards in it. Then we have... this is another cycle where effectively if you discard it during your ride phase, you can play it as rest to a regard slot, which is actually kind of useful. As they have been doing quite a lot of cards that just do stuff if you discard them during ride phase. Essentially to reduce the cost of that. And then this is a Vargas support card. I have no idea what that is. Okay. So the commons. The trouble is my playmat goes to like here. That's the halfway point. Oh, there you go. So I got this much playmat off the thing, so I have no idea where my stuff goes, I think. And I can't really get this going up higher. I need to get a new phone holder as well. What? Okay, we have 2%. We're actually going to run out of charge. Because my phone, for some reason, unless there's something I can charge faster. Do I have a USB port that can charge faster? I don't think I do. Yeah, it doesn't charge fast enough. If I could figure out a Wi-Fi thing, I could just plug it into like the mains. So I guess we'll just keep going. And hope I... What's... Surely I can do... I got the... I will figure it out. Hopefully we don't... If it stops working, I'll grab my other phone and... because I have everything installed in it, I should be able to just get up and running. It'll just be weird if I need to hold it somewhere, somehow. But yeah, I do need to get a new phone holder. Because the one I have is actually a tablet one, because I was thinking it can work on both, right? Because it does say it can. And it's... so for effectively my phone, instead of being held here, is held this way, like that. So I think if I had a phone one, I could probably... even though I'd probably damage the case, I could put in my other one. This is a... order, is it cycle orders? I think most, if there's another cycle of that. Yeah, so I think most of the set are just cycles, which is interesting. Because there's another, yeah, so we've already seen one of these. I think we saw the exact same card, no? Yeah, so that's essentially the stroke A version of the pattern. These two of that. Okay, so we've got another special triple rare. If these triple rares cut into the actual triple rares in my box, I'm going to have kittens. There we go, so we've got another girl. And then we have a frame rare PG. Which I guess... yeah, they count as good cards. We have a normal PG. And a... dog. We have a dog. I don't think it's a face to say nice, it's just a banging girl or something else. And then we have just some other stuff. Green stuff. Okay, this one. Okay, there we go. This is the first pack with just less shiny cards in it. Okay, so that has... I think these are It was just a common. It's a bang common order thing. Then we've just got another PG and another boost of 4 more units. Can blast and soul and energy blast 2 draw card trinkets. With my I'm trying to get my Hex orb deck up to 50 cards, and I've got like nothing to put in it. And I also have too many darn grade 2s in it. The card I want from this for it is a grade 2. And I guess I could chuck that in if I need to, even though it's not that good. But the best card I want is grade 1 in the Festivals collection. So once I got a buy list, which I sent via snail mail, which probably isn't the exactly, it's a climax. That's the best way to do it. But once that arrives at ideal, I'll just use that to get some other stuff I want, as well as some extra of the festival collection. And then we got a grade 0 Bang Dream card. Okay, and this is a first double rare actually. Let's make a double rare spot. Common cards go off screen. There we go, easy. Desire Devil, greed on support. And we have, this is the card I need. No, it's not. This isn't the card I need. This is another triple rare. It's the right nation, it's the right grade, but it's not the card I need, unfortunately. How sad. Down to 1%. Essentially, one option will just be to find something to do while my phone charges down. I think next time, if I charge this up like 20%, I'll probably actually be able to last the entire stream on my camera. Got an energy token. Okay, another Bang Dream. Triple rare. And then we have a normal rare and another double rare. There's in fact a cute angel girl. Unfortunately, I still needed like more copies of Spyro Cutie Angel, who's also a cute angel girl. So 1 copy, but she's also too expensive. And then we have 2 more single rares. Yeah, I think we're about to die soon. I just know it. Oh, so the issue with my battery on this phone is effectively it goes to like, you can, at least last time I checked, you could charge to 100%, right? But then it would like instantly, it would go down for a bit to like quite quickly to 90, but it instantly jump down to 20. And honestly, the phone's actually still pretty good. Oh. It's just a good crit. There we have a Desire Devil. There we have Riziao. That's Riziao Sport, and again, there's also a cycle there as well. If I could get, I wonder how expensive they could replace the battery in my phone. It's still a good phone. I just need to probably just use my main one, my actual, because I guess it's not going to be an issue to use my main one, but it's like, yeah. Another triple, why am I getting so many of these triple, oh, it's not the right stack. These better not cut into my normal slots, or I'm gonna murder someone. I don't think I do, because they're an extra. They're just cutting into commons. And we don't really need any of the commons in the set. There's common and BT12 I need. And me and my friend who usually buys up, neither of us actually got any. I think I got singles for it, because that's when we got the Magnolia Mask stuff. I do, but other people are playing it. And I can probably find people who might need these cards. Just I think there's a Rent-A-Girlfriend crossover coming, I think. Oh no, quintuplets. Okay, shingle rare. And then this is a... Okay, this is the stroke hair version of the card I'm looking for. It's not gonna be able to... I think it's gonna die of batteries. But basically it is, when you discard it from hand during your ride phase... Wait, what? Okay, when this is put on guard circle from hand or discard from hand when riding from a ride deck. So it has multi-modes, it's kind of good. It's Counterblast 1 or Soul Blast 3 and draw a card. It's good, and a lot of decks don't actually use that much energy, so it's actually pretty much free for a lot of decks. And then they all have a secondary skill, and this one is when placed on rear guard, if your persona ride this turn, Counterblast 1 or Soul Blast, or Energy Blast, sorry, 3, choose a grade 2 or less normal unit with a different card name from this, without Sentinel from a drop, or an order card from your drop and put it into hand. Choose a card from your hand, discard it. Okay, they specifically didn't let you get your PGs back. Hello Sprocket, how are you doing? And yes, you should play the 5 waifu deck. There's also a Weiss deck as well. I sort of like put off Weiss currently because like every single deck that's actually good is all either a standby deck or another way to get cards out early. Like so you have to, so effectively if you yourself don't run a deck that gets you level 2s out when you're level 1, you basically can't compete, and it's just like that's just not fun. I wish we'd just go back to when like the only early plays you had were freeze. Ooh, just a double as well. Triumph Dragon. No idea what that is. This is the wrong place. This is the wrong place. That's a frame rate. I'll figure this out later. Oh yeah, and the best part, obviously, Dear Days 2 got announced, and it's exactly the same monetization, so it's like a $70 game where you have to pay like DLC to get the extra sets in it, and it still doesn't have crossplay, which is just amazing. Like, how? That's for grade 1 from the trial deck stuff. Ooh, we got the possibly the worst over trigger, the stroke air one. I guess you can go and double your slots. Okay, so that's just an extra slot. I guess I think that's probably like 1 per box. And just 2 singles. Okay. Doop. And we have a... Okay, so the silver I got is just a double rare normally. That means I don't have to Google that because it's just there. Yeah, it's so stupid. They need to do it because they have effectively the infrastructure, not necessarily infrastructure for it, but because the UI in Dear Days is actually pretty decent. They have a lot of the groundwork for the game is already there. They just need to make it a free-to-play game. Master Duel is insanely... It's Konami, right? And they're apparently well known for like getting lots of money from people. But Master Duel is actually really good to free-to-play. Because you pretty much from the start you get enough, so long as you know how you're doing, and which I don't, but I still figured stuff out. 2 double rares. Ha ha ha. As long as you know what you're doing, you can yeah, that is insane, honestly. Some of the DLC was just like getting the in-game cards. Some of it was unlocking content, which was stupid and shouldn't be a thing, considering the price of the game in the first place. And others was just like getting the cards as well in game without having to grind it out. And it's just like, eh. Which technically that, if it was a free-to-play game like Master, that would be a thing. But you would probably just be, then again, they could just have it. Yeah, who knows? That's ridiculous. And that's the thing, most of that stuff, like, half of that DLC stuff you actually need to play the game. And just like, it's just insane. Okay. Ooh, we got a triple rare. It's CEO deck support. The CEO deck is insane now. I played against it last Sunday. And the guy just had so many cards. And just kept so much card advantage. My older decks just couldn't compete. Plus Divine Skill is stupid. I think they should remove Divine Skill from the game. This is like... Because people don't like overtriggers. And I get that. Workeroid. Rifle Doll. That's cool. That sounds cool. But then like Divine Skill is it's basically like it's if you've played Pokemon, it's basically your G skill on your Vanguard. And it's like kind of, but again it's a bit different as like if you had I don't think there are multiple Divine Skill users in the same nation yet. That's like you feel it's on both. But it's just really strong. And usually they also only can activate when you're almost dead anyway. So like a couple of them I saw that they only activate if your opponent's at full damage. And if you're at full damage, like you really don't want to deal with something really strong. Like it's okay dealing with a strong attack and turn if you're like less than full damage. Yeah, it's basically once per draw effect, yeah. And that's the thing, like, and the story for Dear Days is nice, but what they could do, they could make the game free to play, let you buy packs and stuff, and then they could sell you the story separately. I think that could work. If they put effort into the story and then, like, pay like $20, maybe less than that. Just found a way to, or you could unlock them with like in-game currency or something, but like, but gives you people the option to also just unlock them with like money. Oh, we have another triple rare I don't need. Okay, so what do we get in this box? So that's normal. 2, 3. Yeah. Oh shit, actually, is it? I miscounted, right? Okay, 5, yeah, so you get 5 triple rares, as I expected, and then you get 4 extra special triple rares from Vanguard. I'm not complaining about that, honestly. Still, I think the chances of getting, like, the card we need is pretty low. But either way, it's fine. Considering we basically have another 10 triple rare slots. 10.8 triple rare slots. And there's 18 triple rares. And I honestly would love more than one copy of it. Then again, there's other stuff, and stuff I could actually use, so it's not too bad. I just need to find 4 cards. I'll put them over here. Okay, I think we still have battery. I think it's about to, I don't know if it's like going to run out or if it's on super, because it seems really laggy now. So I think it's just on super battery save, energy saving mode, so we might be okay. Fingers crossed. If it suddenly dies, it would just take me like 5 minutes to get my actual other phone connected. And then again, I had to figure out how to actually... Oh shit. I thought I pressed a button that turned off flash, but it turned flash on. So that definitely wasn't helping. So hopefully we get more battery now. Honestly, I know if I really wanted to build a Bang Dream deck, I do know other people probably have enough spares anyway. But I don't particularly want to. But hopefully we can find other people who want to build one. I think you can, I don't know. I think they can be used in any But basically create elemental, so you essentially select your nation and then just put the cards in. And that way you can use other cards other than the bang. Dream stuff. Oh god. I should have grabbed something to drink. Had a cup of tea earlier, but I'm feeling thirsty. We're fine. Okay, so got a triple and a double rare. Because I think the only set that actually has stuff is like, well, I need a lot of stuff, and this is the next lyrical set, which has basically support for all the third set ride lines, which I run 2 of, as well as some Pacifica support, which the current Pacifica deck in standard probably isn't the best, even if it's kind of neat. And I use a bunch of the cards from, or some of the cards from it. Yeah, I don't think I have spiders on my cards. Hopefully not. But yeah, there was some of those cards were good in premium, or actually at least usable in premium. But then for the newer stuff, they printed a card to be really, really good. But unlike some of the cards in this where they have like Energy Blast 3 or Counter Blast 1, it's just Energy Blast. It's like you don't get energy in premium, so this is useless. Because I think it's a check top something for Pacifica. It should just be another, because I think I have essentially 4 copies of card that does that in the current deck. It would be nice to have another 4 copies. I'm also hoping for the Eternal Idol Pacifica as well to come out, as that's basically the current only old card I'm using in the set. Since there's a few G cards in it, but the only like before G card in my premium deck is Eternal Idol Pacifica. It's basically just used for like the reveal 3 different name Pacificas. Which isn't, it would be nice if we had something that actually did something. Because the new Planet Idol on last powerful set basically can always, as long as you have a Pacifica as your Vanguard, you can attack from the back middle row and gets plus 10k power. Which is absolutely insane. And just very usable in premium. Okay, got an over trigger. We got the waiting room. No, not the waiting room, the drop zone one. Yeah, so when you trigger, one of your units gets plus 1 crit, and you can get a card back from drop into hand. 2 doubles. I think because that one's not bad. Depends on the deck really, but the better one is the red one, which is basically choose a Vanguard which is currently standing, and they get ability which lets them restand after the next attack. So basically just gives you an extra free attack. There's definitely more than 5 Eternal Idol Pacificas. But there's actually only one version of her though. And currently Top Idol has 3 versions. There's the original version, the V version, and the current standard version, which is okay. The V version is the best version, for at least for premium. It gives a Dragon Empire version of the card I need. And then if I have some time left, I might show off my premium deck. Still missing a Zero Dragon from it, and then the new black card that everyone just runs. That's true, that's true. I saw recently someone tweeted that apparently some guy got the Kaiba voice actor to sign a version of the Blue Eyes, then tear it in half. And it's basically trying to sell that, which is kind of interesting, but hopefully it wasn't something that was worth too much money. Because us card game players don't like things getting damaged. Wasn't there 4 Blue Eyes Dragons? Was why have we only 4? Shouldn't we have printed 6? That's such a silly concept. Oh, you go. Why are you so silly? Doob. Okay. Yes. A Velino. Support card. I have no idea what Velino is. One day we'll find out what Velino is. I generally have no idea who that what it is for. So does that mean the R5 is the 3 Kyber heads for 1 Yugi's grandpa head and that other dude who has one, unless that is Yugi's grandpa. But I don't know his name. All I know is that he's Yugi's grandpa. Okay. Oh! This is the card we need. I put these in the wrong stack. I hate how I do that. So from this angle, it's very hard to see the foiling on single res, but that is the card we need. She is a maid with a gun. She doesn't have the she's a divine sister rather than battle sister. Is it battle sister? No, it's not battle sister. It's I can't remember. But they changed a lot of the names. That's why instead of Maguses, they're sorceresses, and for all the Magus style cards. So her second ability is when you place her on rear guard, if you persona ride this turn, counterblast or energy blast free. Look at top 3 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 card from, put it on top of your deck, put the rest on bottom of the deck in any order. If there's not a battle phase, you may call it and still put it on top of the deck. That basically means you can trigger, because the Hexorb deck effectively gets extra bonuses and restand stuff when you trigger stuff. When you get triggers in your drive deck, so you can effectively use her to, if there's no triggers, you just call a free unit, which is great. Or just stack your triggers so you can guarantee having a restand. She also, she also gets, I think Persona Ride. When she's Persona Ride, all your triggers get plus 10k. So suddenly you have front triggers that gives plus 20k to the front row, which is insane. It's the only deck I have where I actually run more than like, when I actually want to run fronts. So I think I'm at like the 5 front 6 crits or something like that. Oh, a double rare. That's in my stack. Because normally I'm just like, free, because you can only run in standard, you can only run 8 of 1 trigger, ignoring heals. So you get the, you have the 8 crits, you have your 4 heals, you have your over trigger, and there's just 3 triggers left, and they're usually either draws for some decks, but most, or fronts for others, depending on what's the most useful. Okay, we've got another Bang Dream card, and this is a silver rare. I don't know what you are. Are you a double rare? Are you a triple rare? Let's look at my other pile. Where did I put it? Ideally, this would have been a silver rare version of the card I needed, and I have 2 copies. Go ahead. We'll find out later. Oh yeah, and the next lyrical set also has, it has prism image stuff in it, which unfortunately, one thing I don't like about the current things is when they print, like, essentially when they print the, actually a lot of stuff does it, but the things are very specific. So, for example, all the Prism Promise stuff only works when Labrador is your Vanguard. So you can't, like, so none of the actual Prism cards can support the other Prism decks. But there'll be support cards for Prism decks that will work in both probably. But it's just like, when you, because I do want to build, like rebuild like a premium Prism deck, but for none of the stuff, nothing works together. Like none of the V cards, we only got Vert and V. And for some reason her base rarity is essentially with Image, right? All three of them wear a uniform. And for some reason in V, the base rarity of Vert wasn't in the uniform, but then if you got a special version of her, she was in uniform. And it's just like, why? I got so triggered with that. But yeah, like nothing, like the V stuff does stuff like essentially does bind zone stuff, which is really weird because none of it, this Prism has always been like bounced up to get power sort of stuff. And then Vert and V was like, let's do bind zone and stuff. And the current Labrador is back to bouncing stuff as the effect. I haven't really looked at all. I think the Vert probably is as well, but then they just don't work together. So none of the cards actually synergize together to make, mostly because they probably don't want to make their Prism deck broken. That also just means like, oh. I think if they had an ability where it's just like, if this is, if you're playing premium, replace all instances of Vert with a prison card, sort of thing, something like that. That way you could potentially do some more stuff. Okay, we have a flying dragon thing. Okay. And we have a squirrel girl, or a chipmunk girl maybe. Probably, I have no idea. She's some sort of animal girl. And then we have one of the divine vanguards. This guy is Soul Blast 1. Return all crits from drop to deck shuffle work. This gets +1 drive into end of turn. You cannot ride units without his card name, and you get, when your damage check reveals a trigger unit other than heal, if your damage zoners has 5 more cards, you heal. Because I don't get why. Because apparently, in the anime, the main character doesn't, effectively, at least for the episode I still haven't finished watching, he runs no PGs and no heal triggers in his deck, right? But then, like, if you could run 16 crits in standard, I'd entirely understand where he's coming from. Because that would be insane with this ability. But then, like, why wouldn't you just run heals? It's like, you're not losing out on anything. That's fine, he just wanted to, he's like, oh, who knows? He's just special. Yeah, and he still won, and I think the guy who plays with CEO deck was triggered, probably. I really need to get back into watching it. Okay. Then we have my deck name. We've got 2 double rares. Okay, we have a frame rare, a single and a single. Okay, that's box. So in this one we got, again we got another 4 Bang Dream triples. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 normal triples. One of the cards we actually needed, and then I have no idea what this is. It's a double or triple. So far, I've only seen up to, well, anime-wise, I've seen up to the episode where it revealed he runs no heal triggers and PGs in his deck. I haven't finished that. So far I kind of enjoyed it. I think I sort of went off it because sort of a bit jaded with the game, because essentially until very recently we effectively had no support in New Zealand for the game, like no tournaments or promo packs or anything. And one of the guys locally managed to get one of the stores to pick it up. And they technically don't have tournament support yet, but they did manage to get some promo packs. And that you can actually, I can take a half-an-hour bus ride, which is really annoying, that's a half-an-hour bus ride, to another part of town, the city, and actually buy Vanguard now. They only have BT1 and BT3, but still, like, it's actually better. Because essentially what happens, I bought a playset of the last lyrical set, and turns out everything I actually wanted in it was like worth like a fraction of what I paid. And the stuff my friend needed was worth most of it, but wasn't worth the full price. So I was a bit jaded over that. It's like, I don't really feel like vanguarding anymore, but we're sort of back. We're back. I saw that we're getting some new, I think I saw spoilers for the next lyrical set, and I was like, okay, we're back. We're so back. We have Kayuka stuff. And then they also printed Kayuka support and BT2 what basically fixed the fucking deck. So I think I might do a video, maybe figure out a day to do some Vanguard videos about it and essentially go over the issues with the original deck. And then actually, yeah, because they fixed it. All the problems have suddenly magically gone and it's actually not bad. As for the state of Divine Z Standard, I just don't like Divine Skills. Yeah, I just really don't like Divine Skills. Because, again, only some things have it, and if you don't have it, it's just like... and like, there's definitely a bit of power creep and like pushing with the power levels and stuff. So if you're... Ooh, a triple red. It's the Brown Gate version of that card. Like, even though I do play Brown Gate deck, I don't think I'd run it, I have no deck space in Prison. Not to be confused Prison. They're completely different things. Oh, I think, yeah, I lost it. We lost... I am going to go check my phone. Oh, give me 1 second. It's so hot as well. Holy shit. I'm going to go plug this into my... Actually, I'm going to let it cool down, actually. And then we get my other phone. I don't know how I'm going to hold this on, though. I say somehow turn my phone holder upside down. Can I do that? I might actually have to do that. I won't be able to see controls, but let me just... Where's my phone charger gone? Yeah, energy generator is a bit different, and that's everyone who doesn't need it forgets about it completely, and it's like, oh god. Yeah, but I don't mind it as like a new resource isn't bad. The trouble is, my issue is it's only used in standard, so premium does not get it at all. So everything would just... I don't mind it too much. Some cards do have like Soul Blast 1 or Energy Blast 2. And it's kind of neat that they do that for some things, but they don't do it for everything. If they did it for every single skill, giving you alternative cost to the energy, it means you could actually use the cards in premium without issue. I think because they are not useful in premium, like not useful, it's just like, it's not completely dead cards, but it's just like, it's not as... Yeah, it's a bit... So I think having them... Wait. Wait. Yeah, using dice to keep track would be nice. Okay, this is really weird. My actual proper phone, right? It has an option to connect via Wi-Fi automatically. So for some reason my other phone just couldn't connect via Wi-Fi. This one can. That is special. That's interesting, actually. So, activate. Is this working? Okay, it's working. It's probably got a better picture quality as well. So one issue with my phone case is it's a slide one, as you can hear that. So currently, I need to figure out a way to hold it. But I think I think I have a solution. I'll be back. If I turn my phone, the phone holder, it means it's going to be, unless I use the top phone, the top camera, and hold it. This is going to be a bit scuffed. Yeah, this camera is significantly better. Because this is so my old phone's a Sony Xperia M5, which is like probably 10 years old, and this is a XZ1, which I think is 5 years old. Yeah, the frame issues are definitely a battery issue, I think. I don't want to dox myself, but if I think I need to do this and just, is this one better? Okay, this one's now upside down, but I need to be really careful here, and it's on this side, so it's the same side, it's just upside down. Can I flip this somehow? My docs, oh my god, this is probably a mistake. Actually, I think I'm going to deactivate it quickly. Or hide it. I can hide it. Yeah, I'm going to... Let's see. Okay, so, I need to... I even have a bunch of weird options as well, which I didn't have in the other one. Nah, I think I'm just going to do this and then just figure out how to hold it. I do need to get a new phone, and I think if I just hold it there. This is the most scuffed up thing ever. Let's just do this. This is so scuffed. It's just sitting on top of the holder. Oh god, this is scuffed. I can zoom in though. It's also too far. I think I'm just going to zoom in. There we go, we'll do this. So it's just balance here. If it falls off, it's going to dox me. That is true, that would be smart, but we got this, we've got this. We made it. And you get like horse head mask, that'd be funny. I think after Hitch, what's your proper name? After the crazy girl who was in Australia for a doxed herself accidentally with a reflective surface, the next time she did a stream she had a fucking horse head mask on. She's just fucking funny. But yeah. I think, yeah, it's a bit, yes, it actually looks clearer on my phone than it does on my OBS. Yeah, because my issue with phones right now is I actually really like Sony phones, but they've stopped selling them outside of Japan And recently they stopped selling them in America. It was like last gen they did sell in America. So you can get them, I think, Europe and Japan only. You can pair it out in Portland as well. So this basically means like if I wanted to get a new phone, I'd essentially have to like pay it all up front rather than doing a plan thing, which is really expensive. And my other issue with it is until literally this current generation, the budget phone they did was worse than my current phone. Like it had more RAM and more like better batteries and stuff and probably better screen. Like a lot of stuff was actually better, but like hardware wise it was worse. And just like this is just terrible. The one they just released like a couple of months ago or just last month is significantly, it's well not significant, but it's actually an upgrade like CPU wise and GPU wise over this. So I might, if I might actually get a new one. I mean I could use this for my overhand webcam one, and then maybe trade in or see if someone will take in the other one to fix it up. This guy looks like Celtic Guardian on the topic of Yu-Gi-Oh! Then we have Desire Devil. So what's this? Yeah. Common on spiral is. That's a trick. What am I doing? Like my drugs or something. Okay. Then we got another single and another single. That's a really nice looking PG. Because I don't think there's any actual Dark States deck I actually would want to build. But maybe I could. I don't know what the is the Carpet did something with, I think Desire Devil was Gridon, which is the guy who gives you an extra life. Task. Yeah, sometimes people just have certain sort of things. It's like, oh, that looks like that. Oh, no, it's not that. Certainly looks like it, though. That card looks really nice. What is she? It's Eugene support. Eugene from, like, BT1. Hello, Warrod, how are you doing? Like literally support. I think Eugene got an extra a different Vanguard. I think maybe, or they killed him off. I don't know. But this is Eugene's support. So she restands. She retires something during your main phase. Right. Your main phase, not battle phase. What? I don't know how useful that is. It just seems confusing. I'm gonna need to ask my friend about that. He's like, yeah, one of my friends. He's basically fairly high level judge equivalent, at least for Wise and probably Vanguard. So when he's not actually playing at events, he helps judge him like online and stuff for online events. And this year he made it to Worlds. She definitely not Verena support. She doesn't do anything for Verena. Unless you somehow put Verena in a Eugene deck. You could do that. It wouldn't work very well. Yeah, but he made it to Worlds for Weiss this year, which was neat. Troubles, I got rid of all my BT1 stuff. It's donated. I basically traded them for some sort of credit. I think someone else grabbed it up. Ooh, okay, so the last silver I got was just a double again, this is very disappointing. Oh, more triples. Increase my triple count, please. Direful Doll. Oh, this Direful Doll might be... Might be the starter deck, maybe. I have a look into it. See what it does. Yeah, it looks like it's a starter deck card. That could be something we're building. Okay, we've got another triple. And this is our Sakari support card. Which is another silver rare. Which basically, I think the main difference is all the silver text is slightly indented, like it's textured. But that's the only textured part. That one doesn't look that good. I think the triple runs might be together. And also, I might grab some more of the set at some point. Okay. Dolph Dragon. Now we've got double rare, which is that's kind of interesting. It's when it's boosts a rare guard, if you persona ride this turn, choose one of your vanguards and it gets basically a continuous ability. All your rear guards get plus 5,000 power. And end a battle with some bottom of your deck. It's kind of interesting. Oh! We have 2 copies now. I think we're good. I don't need another more of a set. Actually, technically I probably do. But I probably should run like 4 of them. Or at least 3 like discarded ones. I've got 1 Cutie Angel. And I got 3 of those somehow. Ooh, a frame rare PG, which looks nice. Yeah, so one thing my premium deck needs, I do need to get the Zero Dragon. But because it's got to be matching, I need to get the waifu version of, which is like $160 US. But at the same time, I have sold almost most of my magic cards now. So I can technically justify spending a bit on nice, shiny Vanguard cards. And the store I usually get stuff from also has the swimsuit SP version, one of the strides, Pacifica strides. Which does mean putting a swimsuit Pacifica back in the deck. Which for the general public probably isn't the best idea, but it does mean foiling everything. And it's for double rare card, but support for the trial deck. Okay. And that is another Velino card. I don't even know what Velino is for. I need to look into it, figure out what this card is. It's I guess that is the Vanguard. Three more units. But I haven't seen any other Velinos at all in the set, so maybe she's from another set? But she can't be, because she's the Vanguard, so surely. Oh! Guess what just happened? This box, we got 2 silver rares. And this one is a triple. Yeah, so you got transparent text box. There we go, transparent text box. All text is non-rules text is silver and slightly textured. And doesn't have the white text. That's interesting. So we got more triples in this box. What would be funny is if this box also had a third one. So I don't know what maximum amount of silver rares you can get in a box. I just know it's at a minimum of 2. A minimum of 1, I mean. there's the one thing I don't like about is I kind of wish they did another local overtrigger in this set, because it's just a reprint of one of the first ones. It is my favorite type. It is my favorite lyrical thing. But it's just like I like that. Maybe we could get the Dark Stage one. Trouble is that the store that does this stuff, they've only managed to get the rank gate starter. If they had the Dark Dolls one, assuming that is what that is, I should get that. But yeah, just, yeah, I know it's just read 4 pictures, just meant this one version of a card, which essentially shares the amount of volume with 4 other cards. It's gonna get more cards. So let's just check this quickly. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. It replaces the triple wrist slot. That's actually really disappointing. I guess maybe the one guaranteed extra doesn't. The fact to replace. Oh, I hate it when we do stuff like that. It's like, why is it the same when like they have like parallels for triple rares, and then they just take up the triple rare slot, so you can't actually get more, which is disappointing. I haven't actually opened my analytics stuff. The stream. I've been reading the chat on it in OBS this entire time. It actually works pretty well for this, because I do actually need to watch the OBS as well to see what everything looks like. So actually, it's nice having the chat box now. So yes, and then so put all these back, and then we'll have a quick look at my current Pacific deck. Here, we'll just quickly finish up. Here we go. So I'm missing stuff. So currently, we have 3 force markers, as that's literally all we do. I think there's 2 Angies. There's one of these. I never actually used her. She lets you basically unstride, and then you can essentially unrest your, or stand your Vanguard basically. And it's just like, this is what I kind of want the new Eternal Idol to Persona Ride over Top Idol, which means she'll Persona Ride over the V1, and then doing a thing on attack. Because if she did that, it would make this card actually pretty good. Then we have 2 copies of the, essentially after she attacks you can bounce all your units and call up to 5 Pacificas. I think you do have to reveal 3 of different names first. Yeah. And she can do, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 attacks. So she's a 9 attack turn. 2 of them are kind of small. Then we have 4 copies of the other Pacifica Stride. But yeah, that's also the one which has first swimsuit 1, which I might be able to get my hands on. Which is just bounces a unit and searches for Pacifica, which is kind of useful. And then we have the GB9, which is I think it's 7 attacks, but they are kind of big attacks, so it's actually kind of not too bad. Normally the Pacifica deck now does, without strides and stuff, it does 4 attacks. As you have your 2 front row rear guards, you have your Pacifica on your back row, and your Vanguard. And we just have that because it's just there. And then we have, I think, 5 G Guardians. We have this, which This is just like, it's a 20k shield one issue 3 more cards. I don't think I've actually used it. Then we have two options. We have the ones we actually want to use is this one, Blessed Sparkle Sandy. And what she does is you can, as long as you're a GB1, you can choose, you flip a G Guardian up, so essentially as an extra cost. So, and then you counterblast, and for every, right, if you do this, unit gets plus 5,000 until each end of battle for every 2 cards in your hand, and you can counterblast to get an extra 5,000. So she can get pretty big. And she also is a very good way to get to GB8 faster as you're flipping 2 cards a turn. And this one's just really good as well. You can essentially counterblast and bounce a unit from hand. And essentially, yeah, so potentially gives you an extra thing to guard with. But that's not why you do it. If it's 2 or lower, if it's a grade 2 or less for unit you bounce, if this base becomes 30k. And if it's a grade 3 or more, one of your Vanguards, your Vanguard gets an extra 5k for end of turn. But this is good for you essentially use her to bounce. We'll get into the deck. So we have, so our grade 0, she's a Forerunner. And she essentially, if you're GB1, you can put her into Soul and bounce something. Because bouncing stuff's useful. This is just a random card who can potentially find cards. This is one of the standard cards. That basically, you can counterblast, look at top 7 for Pacifica. If you don't find one, countercharge. So it's essentially, if you miss, it's free. So there's no actual cost if you fail to find something. And then when it has a second ability, when your unit attacks from the back row, like back center column, so when you're basically indeed mermaids. I think there's some non-mermaids in this deck now. There never used to be though. Yeah, she gets 500 power. So essentially when you're other Pacifica, then we have a dragon. This is basically, it's just filling in some slots. And once I get the new Eternal Ardor, I'll probably take at least one copy out. That's basically all it is. The main reason I'm having her here is if you use it as stride fodder, you draw a card. So when you discard it to stride, you just draw a card to replace it. And it does some other stuff as well. Essentially, if your Vanguard is grade 4, and you put it in Guard's circle, basically it's a 15, it's essentially a trigger shield, 15k shield. Or if you place a rear guard, you can counterblast 1, draw a card, and it gets 10k power. Then we have, yeah, so this one here just finds, it's only top idols, but when you place it, you can choose essentially a top idol Pacific from your drop and one from your damage drone and put them into hand, then you just take out damage afterwards. It's very situational, but if you, for some reason if you've taken top idol Pacifica as damage before like you actually need to be at level 3, you can use it to actually get your top idols. As essentially top idol Pacifica is what you want to ride or your grade 3 turn. And also this deck doesn't, usually you just don't stride your first turn even if you're going second, because you assume you're set up properly. This card is interesting. It is if in a battle it boosts, you can retire it and choose up to 2 Pacificas and pop on bottom and return them to your deck and shuffle. And if you choose 2 cards, you countercharge. That's kind of, I don't think I'd use it that often, but there are ways to search for them. At the same time, I don't think it's actually that useful to use. But it's just there, like potentially I'd probably take it up for something better at some point. Then we have this card, which is also a new card. Standard, basically when it attacks. So when it boosts and the thing attack, if it hits, you can basically look at the top 5 of reveal a Pacifica. And then if you do, this goes in bottom deck. So it's just potentially another way to find, even if it's not necessarily going to, that's something else I'll just take out if I had something better to put in. We have PGs, which are the counter, essentially if you use them as, they're the counter charge ones essentially. So if if there's already one in the drop when you use one, you get a counter charge. Then we have this, which is the best card printed in V for Pacifica. Every other card printed in Pacific, like for Pacifica Sport in V, specifically named Top Idol Pacifica. So they're useless in an actual Pacifica deck. Which is why I'm glad the standard deck actually had 2 Pacificas as part of its like engine, so that the stuff actually searched for Pacificas. And yeah, so basically look at top 7, reveal a Pacifica, and put it in hand, shuffle your deck, and then this gets 3k power. So worst case scenario on the turn you play it, it's just 11k, even if you don't find a Pacifica. Now she's rear guard and vanguard, so she's basically a grade 1 ride target. Then we have the only I think this is the only, other than some other than the Forerunner and from one of the triggers, she's the only G card in the deck. Ignoring strides. And basically when she's bounced to hand, you can search for a Pacifica for no cost, and then you can maybe reveal up to 3 Pacificas, and if they all have different names, you can countercharge and soul charge. And then you can choose a unit and gets power. This is really good with this duty guardian, as you can bounce her defensively and then search for Pacifica. So yeah, it's potentially harder to do as you technically, it doesn't allow you to set up for grade 3, but once you are a grade 3, it does mean you can actually set up and just get more Pacificas for your strides. We have just, so trigger wise, we have heal triggers, other grade 3 V triggers, which are basically, you can use them as stride photo if you need to. One time I did that, I regretted it though. And then essentially, if you can use them in guardian circles, if you're on grade 2 and your opponent's, essentially if you're still grade 2 and you use this defensively, you can essentially, it's kind of much better than a normal trigger, as you can give things power or give things minus. We have a single copy of, this is also a single copy for a reason, because it's restricted to 1. It is the only stand trigger in my deck, and essentially what it does is you can bounce and replay something. So you put, if you've got GB1 and this boosts a unit, you can then bounce that unit and then replay something else from hand. So it's an extra attack for free, and then she shuffles back into the deck. The trouble is she's a 5k trigger because she's a stand, and she's a stand. And then we just have, that's just a, it's like a much better version of the effect crit trigger from standard, where essentially if you're GB1, your Vanguard attacks, you can put it into soul, and when your Vanguard gets 10k power. Then we have over trigger. I still have just a generic crit trigger as well. From then we have a stride folder. So crit trigger what counts as grade +3 for discarding purpose of strides. Anything else? Yes, and that's all the triggers. Then we have the old EB06 Eternal Idol Pacifica from LB era. God. Yeah, so she's ideally, worst case scenario, I'd be happy. I really do want an Eternal Idol in standard, not necessarily for its effect. But worst case scenario, just for effect, it's 13k, because she's 11k. Which is also why I'm glad Bermuda was Horse in V, as it gave us 13k Vanguard. We have the new Planet Idol. And yeah, so basically, Black Rose Center. During your turn, if you're Pacifica and it's a Vanguard Pacifica and its card name, it's going to attack from back row and gets 10k power. And then it does have second ability, which you basically never use. Because there's currently no way. The only thing with Soul Blast in my deck, which I need to find something else for Soul Blast, is the Vanguard, essentially. But yeah, so she puts herself into Soul, and she gives one of the other units power. And you draw a card if you put into Soul from back row. Then you have Yeah, and then the only other cards, so we have Top Idol Pacifica from V. So she essentially has an ability, you Soul Blast 1 and activate all effects according to a number you regard to Pacifica in your name. So if you have one or more Pacifica rear guards, this unit gets plus 10k, so she's 23k power and free drive, she gets +1 drive. If there's 2 or more, which is the ideal amount, you get an extra 2 force markers, which is why the deck only has 3. Even though I could rewrite her on other stride turns, which is something I should probably consider doing when I have lots in hand, as you only really need 1 to reveal for most of your effects. And then if you have 3 or more, which would be like the ideal thing, until end of turn when your opponent would call from his or hand to guard, he or she must call 3 or more at the same time. So actually insane if just like, if you could give that off, you could just do a lot of damage in just 1 turn. Because you'd still get 4 attacks as well. And to make it better, we have, so this is the standard VR version. We have SVR, which is slightly bigger. So she's just slightly bigger with transparent text. And then what I got recently for $90 US, the SP version, which is just so nice. It's just so nice. I'm so glad I have her. And yes, so currently it's basically I have 4. There is 4 copies of her, 4 copies of Planet, and just 3 copies of Eternal. And she's literally just reveal fodder effectively. Yeah. I guess I'll probably end the stream here, and thank you for coming, everyone. So next stream will probably be Sunday night, where we will finish off Age of Mythology. And then after that, we'll probably be back to Oblivion until I feel like doing another Age, well, just at least some Oblivion. Just to break things up a bit, then I'll do some more Age of Mythology probably. But yeah, I will see you all next time. Thank you for coming. I need to take a pee, so I'm in really quickly. Where's my end screen? Here it is.